Hi everyone, I'm Gina K from Gina K Designs and your host of Stamp TV. Today on Stamp TV we're going to have some fun with foil and the new Sending Love Stamp TV kit. Let me show you the tools and products you're going to need to make today's card project. First you're going to need some ink, and the ink that I'm using is the Gina K Designs Jelly Bean Green ink. I'm also using some of the Bubblegum Pink and some of the Turquoise Sea. You can use any color combination you want, but that's my color combination for today. Then I also have 3 sponge daubers. You can see they're well loved and well used. You're also going to need some dies, and I'm going to use the Scalloped Circles dies, the Inverted Circles, the Purple Stackers, and the Silver Stackers. I'll put those aside. I'm also going to be using some of the square foam dots. These are by Scrapbook Adhesives, and they come in small and they come in medium, and this is the small size, the foam squares. Okay. I also have the Tim Holtz craft knife, and this is really good if you happen to get some of the foil somewhere on the card that you don't want it. You can just scrape it off, and it's very easy to use. So for cardstock, I'm using some of the black Onyx and the Turquoise Sea that comes in the kit. Then I've cut a panel down. This is one of the foilable elements, and if you've gotten the kit, you know that right on top there's a big pile of foilable elements. There's words, then there's all these different patterns. There's this delicate swirl, this little flower heart, and then some bold ones like these bold dots and bold flowers. So you can foil these right on white with any color foil, and that's a very striking look. But I'm going to show you how to add a step to it to really create an interesting look. So I cut this piece out of this particular pattern of swirls. Now I'm also going to need a greeting. And the greeting that I'm going to use for this card is "On Your Special Day." So I like to just cut out the greeting ahead of time. Make sure I leave enough space around it to cut it out with the die, which should not be a problem at all. And I'll just put that aside as well. And then this all goes back in my clear plastic storage box, and that keeps everything dust-free, and I like that because when you're foiling, you do not want any dust around. So I'm going to start with this panel. And I'm going to grab my ink. Let's start with the Bubblegum ink. And I think it's this particular one that I used with Bubblegum, so let me just get rid of the excess that's on there. Okay. I'm going to ink up this dauber real well with some Bubblegum ink, and I'm going to gently add a little bit of ink to different parts of this piece of cardstock. And some over here. And I'll add a little bit here. Okay. Then my next color is going to be the Turquoise Sea. I'll put these together so I remember which one goes with what. Mine are all stained, so just because it looks turquoise doesn't always mean it is. Okay, and now I'm going to add a little bit of this Turquoise Sea in here. Like that. I'll keep that out and add a little bit of the Jelly Bean Green now. And the Jelly Bean Green mixes really nicely with that turquoise. It's a little weird with the pink, so trying to blend them together. Let's go back to that turquoise and bring a little bit of that in. Alright, so there is my pattern. Let's soften this up a little bit here too. There we go. And then if I add a little bit to the pink, it'll turn it purple, so that's kind of pretty too. Okay. All right, now I'm going to just set that aside for a few moments to dry. And I'm going to grab the On Your Special Day. And I'm going to do something very similar. I'm going to add a little bit of jelly bean. And then grab some turquoise. I'll bring the turquoise in from this side. And add a little bit on this side as well. And then I'll finish that off with some of the bubblegum. There we go. So that's so pretty, just like that. Now, if you don't have a laminator and you don't want to do the foiling, you don't have to. This would be beautiful just the way it is. But the foil gives it an extra little bit of excitement that's really fun. Now, I was sent this machine, and I really like it. This is called the Royal Sovereign machine. I am currently using the Mini Mink, the Heidi Swap Mini Mink, and I love that too. But this is a really fun laminator, so I just wanted to show you that there are all kinds of laminators that you can buy, and you don't necessarily have to spend a whole lot of money. My first laminator that I purchased, that I showed you guys way back, was, you know, it was probably around, I can't remember exactly, it was somewhere between $18 and $25, but it was super inexpensive, considering that it was a tool that you could use forever, over and over again. So there's all different price ranges, but this one's really nice. If you're looking for a nice one, this Royal Sovereign is really nice as well. Now the foil that I'm going to use is this Deco foil, and I have to say that I love the Deco foil. This is by ThermoWeb, and they make great foil products. This particular color is called Rose Gold, but they have a huge variety of colors to choose from. So, and this is really widely available, so I like that too. So here I already have one little piece cut out because I made a sample card, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to trim it down just a little bit. But this comes in sheets, and I think the sheets are a great value for the money. So I'm going to put that one aside. Let me show you what a full sheet looks like. There's 5 sheets in here, and you can see what they look like. And you can do a lot of techniques with foil even if you don't have a laminator. You can do stuff with glue, and there's all kinds of videos out there that show you other things to do with foil. But the laminator is really fun, and if you use the foilable elements that come in your Sending Love Stamp TV kit, and we also have some separate ones that you can get on our website as well that were in the Made with Love kit. They really pack a punch. Just looks so beautiful. So I'm going to cut this to fit my design here. Just a little bit bigger. So I'm going to cut that out. And I'll put this piece away for later. And even if you just want to, you know, foil a really tiny little greeting, just keep all your little scraps together because you'll use every one of them. So I'm going to roll this up and put it back in the tube with the rest. And put that aside. Like I said, I like to really put this away right away. I don't like to get any dust on my Deco foil. Alright, so now this has had a little chance to dry. And so what I'm going to do is, just using a piece of copy paper, I'm going to slip this piece inside the copy paper, the folded copy paper, and put this piece of foil on top. And I'm going to send it through the laminator. And I'm sending it through sideways because I sent it through the other way, which worked just fine, but it took a lot longer because it had further to go. So I'm putting it in sideways to save some time. And one thing that I have found, it's not always necessary, but for me, rather than taking a chance, I just send it through twice. I feel like it really bonds the foil to the design that way, and it certainly won't hurt it. So you can do that too if you want. Or you can try it just once and see how it worked for you. So this is taking its good old time. A laminator is a really good tool to have even if you're not using it for arts and crafts, because you can laminate all kinds of things that you want to preserve. All right, and that's going through a second time. And boy, wait till you see the difference. It was really pretty with the black design and all of that beautiful color from the ink, but wait till you see it with the rose gold. It is stunning. And so I made mine very colorful, and you may not want to make yours quite as colorful. You might want to pick a soft color like a craft ink or just an ocean mist, something like that. And this would be a beautiful backdrop for a wedding card or any kind of elegant card you're making. So I'm going to open this up, and you can see what it looks like here. It's all kind of crinkly. And then you just peel up that foil, and check this out. You ready for the wow? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? But you still have all that beautiful color behind it. Whew, I just love that. All right, so let's send the greeting through now. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to recommend that you cut the greeting out before you send it through. This way you're not putting any undue pressure on the face of the foil with plates and things like that. So we'll start with the A and the B plate, and we're going to use that silver stacker's die. So we'll start there and cut that out with the C plate on top. All right. So now that is all ready to be foiled. And while I'm here, I'm going to cut all the rest of them out too. I've got some white and I've got some black onyx. So I'm going to cut a black onyx scalloped circle and a black onyx inverted circle, as well as a white purple stacker circle. And that's all going to go through at the same time to save time. So there's my inverted circle, my scalloped circle, and my white purple circle. All right, so now that that's done and I can put that aside, now we're going to send this colorful On Your Special Day through the laminator. All right. So again, I'm using that same piece of copy paper with my circle and that piece of foil on top, and I'm going to send it through. Now while that's going through, I'm going to layer these two circles together. This is the inverted circle and the purple circle. So that's going to go together, and that will give you that cute little beaded edge that I love to do with these dies. And then this whole panel is going to go right on top of the scalloped circle. Let me send this through one more time just to be safe. And this will go right onto that scalloped circle. And while that's running through, we can also mount these two pieces together. That beautiful shiny background and that piece of black onyx cardstock. All right. It's a little hard to do up against the laminator because that's black too. Okay, so there we go. Let me move this laminator out of the way. You can see what that circle turned out like. Look how pretty that is. Oh, all this sparkle and shine, I just love it. Okay, so this piece is going to go right on top of this whole sandwich of circles there. And like I said, if you got any foil anywhere that you don't want it, just take your craft knife and kind of just scrape it away gently and it'll flick right off. Okay. So now I have this piece of ribbon that I found in my stash, and I'm going to add this to the front of this card. I don't think I need quite that much, so I'm going to cut off the frayed edge. And put that down just a hair, like right about there. And I'll flip it over and add a little bit of the adhesive and tack down those tails on that side. There we go. That's so pretty. And then this whole panel is going to go on top of my Turquoise Sea Card Base. And you guys know whenever I use ribbon, I like to add a little bit of tape right on the ribbon so it doesn't get loose, doesn't escape. So we'll add that there. And then this is going to go right on top. And you can either put it right on there, or you can do what I'm going to do and add some of these foam squares. I like the dimension of the foam squares when you're adding a greeting piece like this, just to raise it up a little bit. And I also like it when I'm going around ribbon, because then I'm not trying to stick something right to the ribbon. The ribbon's going to pass right through there. So we'll add that right about there. And there is my finished card project. And I have to show you all the shine one more time just to get excited about that. Isn't that gorgeous? Ooh, love it. So there is my finished card project. I hope you've enjoyed today's Stamp TV video. Stay tuned to Stamp TV for more card projects featuring the brand new Sending Love Stamp TV kit. And thanks so much for watching.